Hey folks, Stronghold Crafter Kev here. Welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to continue my Dungeon Tile series on how to take simple tile pieces like this, and the big one for preparing them for the detailing part. And I'll show you how to do a simple grid layout, and also how to, I know it's hard to see on the camera here, but this is actually engraved. Yes! So, if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, feel free to subscribe. I have a lot more things coming to the channel. Wouldn't want you to miss out. And if you are a subscriber, thank you! Really appreciate it. For more information on my craft, visit my website, which is strongholdcrafter.com. And if you like this video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And I'll see you in a bit. Hey folks, welcome back to this tutorial. And in this particular video, we're going to talk about prepping the dungeon tiles. Whether if it's a room tile or a corridor tile or a segment of a junction piece or something. Okay, we've already cut the foam. Now we can't see them too well on the camera here, but what we have here is very small angel hairs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a file, or you can use sandpaper. I'm going to very gently, well, gentle may not be the right word, file them off. Alright, one thing I forgot to mention was, even if it's an uncut side, you still want to give it a slight filing, just to take out any the rough bumps or something, in case you have to glue something to that side. But anyway, you have to just, it's minimal cleanup. It's a little bit messy, but it's very necessary. And the reason I filed the one floor end of the room tile is it'll take all the rough edges out of the floor, and it's hard to see because it's white, but what it'll do is it'll create some more hills and valleys, and it'll create a wonderful texture once you base coat it and then put your final gray coat on it. And you'll see all these nooks and crannies pop out in detail, which will make it well worth the effort in the end. And here I'm going to show a simple way to create a layout for your room tile. It can be applied to a room tile, a segment piece, a corridor piece, whatever. Okay, after you have sanded down the tile in the previous video, take your measuring device, which can be a rafter square, a T-square, or even just a plain ruler, and I'm just going to do a simple grid layout. Now, it doesn't mean this is geared towards gridded gaming, it just means that it's a simple way of doing it. I mean, you can do off the wall segments, if you will, off the wall shapes. That's entirely up to you. I just do it in a simple 1-inch grid layout. And of course, when the walls are put on, which you'll see in a later video, they don't exactly match up, but that's okay. You want things to be a little bit more spontaneous, if you will, and it all works out okay. I'm just going to do this in real time to prove a point. It doesn't take that long to do. As when you get in, I've got nothing against off-the-wall shapes, if that's what you're striving for. Like a cobblestone effect, that can be done. It's just going to create a lot more work, and if you want to add like crack tile designs, you can do so. However, for the sake of simplicity here, I'm just going to do it like this. And any kind of Sharpie will do. Did this so fast. Let's hope I get the right tick marks. And the beauty of this is the lines don't have to be perfectly straight, and in actuality when I go to do the next step, I'm not worried about the straight lines. They're just being used as a guideline, if you will. So yeah, I'm okay with either gridded gaming or non-gridded gaming. This is just a simple example of how you can create some kind of easy layout. I'm sure most people appreciate simplicity, and there's other times people appreciate something that's complicated and took a while to do. Because there's so much you can do with foam, and there we have it. A simple gridded layout. I'm going to show you how easy it is to carve a gridded layout or a semi-gridded layout, however you want to call it. I'm going to use the Hotwire Foam Factory Precision Engraver, and like any hot wire tools, have a window open for ventilation, and do not touch the hot end because it will burn you. And here we go. Alright, and as I bring this closer to the camera, you can see the contrast here, how it really makes it stand out even though it's white because of the blue marker. And you can see here it went in a little bit deeper than I thought it was going to, but key things to keep in mind: angel hairs will be at the end of the thing, so just simply clean them off. The other thing is, you don't want to force the engraver through the polystyrene. Hold it at an angle, let the heat do its work, and you can also see that these are not perfectly straight lines. I didn't intend them to be that way, I know the lighting's kind of funky here, but bear with me. And that pretty much wraps things up. And during this whole filming process, I was being supervised by Jack the Scourge, and he is pleased with my progress, and that's all I'll say about that. So, thanks for watching. Bye.